Hello, visuals. Welcome back to another edition of the Guyz Entertainment News with me, Dan, and just me, Dan. Chris isn't able to be with us again for the last couple of weeks. Last week, work shenanigans. This week, we're doing a back-to-back screening, a back-to-back viewing of Death of a Unicorn, and the second, quite literally the second that finishes. In fact, we're going to be 2 minutes late to the previews. Minecraft is on, so we're going to be doing a back-to-back feature. By the time I finish work, he finishes work, it's going to be a nightmare for him to get down. Then I'm at work on the Saturday, and he'll be busy later on. And then football starts at 3, and then he has his day on Sunday. I'm going to go see my lovely, amazing girlfriend on the Sunday. So time is against us. Our jobs don't want us to spend time together recording. So you've just got me today. I won't massively harper on news-wise. There's one or two things that I really want to bring up and just mention. But more importantly, I want to do a spoiler free. We'll do a spoiler-ish review for Nova. Oh, fuck no, we should stop there for a quick split-sec visuals and give a quick mention to the tragic news of Val Kilmer passing away. At the time of recording, it's today that I've seen the news. I don't know if I haven't read the full article. I don't know if it was today he passed away or if it was like late last night. I think it was the age of 66, somewhere in his mid-60s. And as well, this is another one that I feel a bit sorry for. Well, I feel sorry anyway because, you know, somebody's died, you know, a family member's been lost. You know, somebody's lost a husband. I think he was still married. I don't know. And, you know, it's fucking horrible. But I feel even worse because I'm sat here, you know, bringing up something, and as an actor, if I'm being brutally honest, I mostly know him, yes, Top Gun, but for me, it was Batman, and his career was much more than Batman. Of course, it was. There were people out there that love him for all the other things that he did, but I feel a little bit bad for just being like, oh, welcome here, Batman, and just having him in that one box, so... But I am sorry for just thinking of him as an actor and just that one role that, you know, for me, an iconic role. He really put his own little stamp and mark on the character of Batman. But yeah, like I said, I don't know the full ins and outs. I don't know if it was just, you know, if he was ill, if he caught something, if it was a shock. But yeah, the man's unfortunately passed away, and there'll be a massive bat signal shining in the light for him. You know, he'll join Adam West and stuff like that, and hopefully be up there defending Heaven's version of Gotham. But it was a bit of a shock news, and I always feel a bit weird when me and Chris mentioned the deaths, because 2 minutes later we're going, oh, fuck this, and just weird and whatnot. But I guess that's just how we are. We're just hopefully, you know, it sounds genuine and whatnot, and you know, we do genuinely mean. Thought to go out to his family and all that kind of stuff. And it's always crazy when a celebrity dies, isn't it? Because as much as you don't know them, and like I said, I definitely didn't know Val Kilmer. I knew him for Batman, and I thought he was awesome as Batman. But you always feel like you're talking about him as if like you know them, and it's obviously you don't. He had no idea you exist, and I only know he exists because he got a black cape once and a bat symbol on his chest. But yeah, you always feel like, oh no, it's like I remember when Stan Lee passed away, and I felt like fucking someone had ripped my best pal away from us, and it's always a bit weird and odd. But yeah, poor Val Kilmer, rest in peace, and hopefully, because I am going to go on and watch more of his stuff, because I feel like he deserved a bit more than me just being like, yeah, Batman's dead. It needs more than that. But yes, anyway, we'll carry on and talk about news and well, it's kind of news. We'll do a spoiler-ish heavy review for Novocaine. I think we'll do the little bits of news first. Of course, we weren't here last week because Chris wasn't here, and I don't really like doing the entertainment news without Chris because I want his thoughts and opinions and stuff. I want to quickly start off with news-wise. We'll quickly get a little thing out of the way and say Reacher Season 3. What the fuck? I really enjoyed season 1 and 2, and I really enjoyed episode 8 of season 3. But I thought that was the only like sort of good episodes. I feel like this entire season was just a bit boring and nothing happened. Alan Richardson still continues to be friggin' awesome and amazing. I love that man, but I felt a bit flat. I went into the comments of certain things of Reach, and a lot of them are saying like season 2 and 1, then 3 was better. Season 1, then 2, then 3 was, you know, that's the order. Some people are saying season 3 was their favourite, and if it is fair play to you, I don't know. I just thought it was very flat and a bit off and a bit nothing, like not really happened, but apart from episode 8, which, I mean, I guess that'll help though, because it was the most recent episode, obviously, the episode most people remember the most and stuff, so, but yeah, it was a bit, yeah. Something that continues to be outstanding though, Daredevil, Jesus Christ, they're back-to-back episodes. We have had episode 7, but I'm speaking more specifically the episode where we finally get Daredevil come back as the devil and kick Muse in the face. He's run down the subway track, and he just, oh my god, that was phenomenal. The scream in that voice after he gets hit a couple of times, the beautiful symmetry of Wilson Fisk giving into his violent nature, becoming the Kingpin, and same as Matt Murdock giving into his violent nature and becoming the devil, and it happened at the same time. And oh my god, the poetry, the symmetry, just everything was fucking outstanding. This has been one of the greatest shows. It's definitely one of the best Marvel superhero shows of all time, regardless. But it's been one of the greatest shows I've seen in years. It has been fucking phenomenal. I can't wait to see him carry on in season 2. I can't wait to see him linking up with other potential, Avengers and heroes and villains and stuff. Oh my god, it's out of this world. But speaking of Marvel, of course, about a week or so ago, maybe just over a week, we got that announcement of the big long chairs. If anybody that sat through that live stream, I was at work, so I can only tune in as and when I can. It was just chairs moving. We got some pretty cool and some pretty big news about the appearances coming up in the newest Avengers and stuff. Obviously, we have got a lineup of chairs, and I think it was like every 10, 15 minutes we got a new actor revealed, but the brothers are linking back up, Chris Hemsworth and Tom Hiddleston as Loki and Thor. We've got the Thunderbolts coming, we've got Shuri, M'Baku, Ant-Man. Who else am I missing? I'm missing fucking, obviously, so many. The Fantastic Four. Obviously, Pedro Pascal being shown there. Some OG X-Men. Right, there's a lot of OG X-Men coming back, which I'm so happy about. We're going to see Nightcrawler. We're going to see Beast. We're going to see Charles Beautiful. But we've had Patrick Stewart recently-ish in Multiverse of Madness. We are getting Sir Ian McKellen back as Magneto. Yes, fucking please. When I saw that chair announcement, I fucking lost my shit. Sir Ian McKellen, one of my favourite actors, one of the greatest people to just ever live, full stop, making us so many characters extremely iconic. Gandalf, for fuck's sake. Magneto, he's just out of this world, Sir Ian McKellen. So to see that announcement, I don't know if it's going to be for 2 minutes or 5 minutes, how long the X-Men will really be in it. Will the Doom turn the X-Men into the Avengers? Will we get an AVX sort of thing going on? I don't know. But, oh my God, to see him line up in an MCU project, facing or standing against or aside, whatever, the likes of a Thor or a Loki or the US Agent, Ant-Man, whatever's going to go down, I cannot wait. But again, we saw Robert Downey Jr., but we got about, I don't know, how many names did we get? 25, 30? We got quite a lot of names. Not only that, though, we did get a sort of tease on Twitter about Robert Downey Jr. saying something like, that can't be everybody, or that has to be it, or something, and Marvel, sort of quote tweeted him. I actually don't know how Twitter works. And they were saying there's always room for more, so then that obviously leads up to speculations. Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, Tobey Maguire, Tom Holland, Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow variant, Chris Evans, Captain America, maybe Captain Hydra. There's so much more that could happen. It could pop up, and I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Like I said, fair play to you if you watch the entire life. If I was at home and not at work, I probably would have just opened up the Switch, played some Pokemon, and just had that chilling in the background. There will be people out there that I'd watch the whole thing, because I think it was like 5 hours long or something like that, 5 and a bit hours long. And there will be people that sat and smashed through the whole lot, and fair play to you. But yeah, we got that. We've got a couple of new film trailers, but I don't want to have on for too long, because I'm sat doing this on my own and I'm an annoying bastard. I think I'll maybe wait for Chris to get the actual trailer talk. So for next week, we'll bundle it all up. He's probably got a lot of news as soon as he's missed a couple of weeks to check out. Yeah, we'll get on to Novocaine. Novocaine come out last week. I saw it at the time of recording. I saw it on the Friday just gone to what we're on now, Wednesday. So fine, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, fuck me, I can count. Absolutely amazing film. A proper typical popcorn film, all about a guy who can't feel pain, meets a girl. Well, he works with a girl, falls in love with a girl. This insurance place bank sort of building, gets robbed, girl gets taken hostage. She thinks, fuck this, I need to go get girl back, and away we go. But it's funny, it's quite witty, it's gory, it makes you cringe a little bit at some of the weird torture sequences, because obviously when you've got a character that's you can't feel pain, there's a lot you can do there. You can you can show off these different little weird creative moments of his body getting fucked up. We see his arm getting snapped. We see him getting stabbed in the back. We see him punching glass to beat up this big tattoo guy. We see him get shot in the leg and him make this most bizarre, funniest sort of like little movement of like, oh, what the fuck was that? Because he obviously said he can't feel pain. Can't eat solid food because he, in case he chews his tongue off, he has to set out a watch alarm on his little watch every 3 hours so he knows to go for a piss. Because I didn't realize that qualifies as feeling pain. I think it must be mean feeling everything. Because I was like, well, it doesn't hurt, but when you need a piss, it's a weird one. It's a funny adventure. There's a little twist in it as well. I won't spoil the twist for you, just in case you guys do go see it soon. And there is me and that little Richie Rich went again. Chris couldn't make this one because I think he said he was stuck in Aberdeen for work, and we got the entire screen to ourselves as well. It was the opening night. It was the last showing of the day though. We went at 10 past 10 after our back shift, but it was the opening week, the opening day, and it was absolutely dead. I was like, this is fucking amazing. Just me and him chilling, shoes off, feet up, popcorn out, snacks out, drinking milkshake, laughing away with him. We had an absolute brilliant time. We got in the car and we were like, that film was just fucking awesome. And it delivered exactly everything it needed to. It didn't need to be like, too over the top and too like, oh yeah, so a performance artwork piece. It just needed to be a bit of fun with a decent bit of action on this little adventure. And see what happens. Like I said, there's some torture sequences of nails getting ripped out. And you're like, oh, that's fucking. Good luck getting my nails out. They're non-existent. Some gruesome moments, some cool fight sequences. A nice little love interest. I can't remember her name now. The young girlie who's in Prey. Fuck. He's the lead actor from Prey. She was phenomenal. The twist kind of involves, well, it directly involves her, where you're like, oh no, you're shitting me. We get a Ned sort of reveal who comes in, who I always forget he's bald. I think, I don't know if it's like a choice or if he makes happen, but I always completely freaking forget he's bald. He's so fucking cool. What else happens there that's crazy and over the top? So yeah, the police for a while start to believe it's him, and he's quite a quiet bloke. He keeps himself to himself, plays his video games, just chats with his one mate. He doesn't really do anything that's crazy and over the top, and he completely turns his life right upside down, and he's doing the stuff that me and you would never do, getting in a cop car, shooting a gun, committing his murder. He's having these fight sequences where he's putting his hand in cooking oil, whatever it's to make the chips in like fast food places, and his hand stays minging like that throughout the whole. It's fucking disgusting. I don't know if she wants him to go near that with that in the future, but she might. But it's absolutely horrible. Ned's even looking at one point. He's like, why they dress it up sexy like in fishnets, like stockings or whatever. I keep looking at it. It was quite cool as well, because I was wondering how's he going to get away with all this at the end. But he does kind of, they explain how he's going to be exonerated and all this kind of shit. But yeah, it's a really fun time. It's an absolutely over the top, out of this world, just crazy. What the fuck's happening? Sort of a messy whirlwind. Good messy, that is. Going from this one generic little sort of just I work at a bank bloke to, oh shit, now I've taken a police car and I'm doing this fucking driving and shooting this and whatnot. It was so much fun. I had such a great time with it. I highly, highly recommend Novocaine. But like I said, this week we've got back-to-back viewings of Death of a Unicorn and then Minecraft. We leave. What time is it exactly? I think it's 7 o'clock. Yeah, in for 7 o'clock for Death of a Unicorn. We get out at 13 minutes past 9, and 9:15 is when Minecraft starts, and it's quite mad. It's such a late viewing for Minecraft, but hey, hopefully that'll be dead as well, because I'm assuming it's going to be mostly families and kids that go see that. So hopefully it's just me and Chris just chilling there watching some blocks being built, because I know about Minecraft, but I've never played it. I've seen some people stream it and that. I know very little about Minecraft, so I'm going to be excited to see what does happen and how it looks and what's going on. It should be fun. It's not a film that needs to be taken too seriously. It should just be a silly little dumb couple of hours and away we go. But yes, visuals, the entertainment news. I say news. We spoke a little bit of Canusi news and stuff. Novocaine review, Marvel, Reacher, yeah, Daredevil, phenomenal. Going to see Death of Unicorn and Minecraft next week, or next episode of the podcast, I should say. The Entertainment News podcast, that is, because I've got a solo one going up on Tuesday. All about WrestleMania, that's up soon. We'll be doing our reviews for Minecraft and Death of a Unicorn. So definitely stick around. Check out Superhero Wednesday, Pokemon Thursday, all that good fun stuff. But more importantly, visuals. Hope that was a nice little short one for you. You don't have to listen to me ramble on for too long. But thank you so much for watching. You guys are literally the fucking best. And remember, always keep being you and keep on keeping on.